The Tretyakov Gallery, an audio-described tour. Vasily Surikov. The Apostle Paul explains the tenets of faith in the presence of King Agrippa, his sister Berenice, and the Proconsul Festus. 1875. Oil on canvas. The painting depicts a biblical story described in the 25th chapter of the book of Acts. Apostle Paul, a follower of Christ and one of the most prominent preachers of Christianity, was captured on charges of preaching his religion, and his case was considered not only by the Jewish King Agrippa, but also by the Roman authorities. The procurator of the province of Judea, Festus. Paul's speech in defense of the truth of Christianity made a strong impression on both the Jewish king and the Roman procurator. The painting shows the palace of the Roman proconsul in Caesarea. There are marble sculptures of Roman gods and emperors standing on pedestals in a large hall. They are submerged into darkness. Herod Agrippa's throne and chairs for Festus and Berenice stand at the foot of the statues on a low marble platform. 4 figures form the main group of the composition. Agrippa, sitting on the left, and Paul, standing on the right, are facing each other. Festus and Berenice sit on their chairs between them. King Agrippa leans his left arm on the table in front of him, pushing aside the papyrus scrolls with his elbow. His right hand is decorated with a massive gold bracelet. A hand with thin fingers hangs from the armrest of the chair. There is a ring with a red stone on his index finger. He is dressed in a white Roman toga with a wide purple border and a dark blue tunic embroidered with gold. On his head, he wears a golden tiara with large gems. The tiara is tied at the back of his head with a blue ribbon with golden tassels. He wears red stockings and sandals with a gold buckle. He is a thin, dark-skinned man of about 40 years of age, with an oval face, a thin, hooked nose, sensual red lips, a low forehead, and a large black beard. His dark eyes under thick eyebrows stare at Paul intently. Festus is dressed in a dark red tunic and wrapped in a white toga with a wide purple border. Around his neck, he wears a rich chain consisting of precious patterned plaques with emeralds, which alternate with gold medallions decorated with profiles of Roman emperors. On his feet, he wears sandals with gold buckles. He has an oval, clean-shaven pale face, short dark hair, a straight pointed nose, and deep-set dark eyes. He is tight-lipped and frowns in thoughts. His right hand supports his head, and his left hand with short fingers rests on the armrest of the chair. He looks at Paul attentively. Berenice sits next to Festus. She is a young woman with an oval, golden-brown face, with black eyes and thin eyebrows. She wears a gold tiara with a transparent veil covering her black hair and a gold necklace around her neck. She is dressed in a light tunic with a pattern embroidered at the round collar and along the lower edge of her clothes. A smoky pink and lilac cloak lined with blue silk lies on her lap. The belt of the tunic is a long, thin chain of gold and gems sparkling with red and blue. Paul stands to the right of Berenice. He wears a simple gray chiton falling in wide folds to his feet. He is girt about with a rope. A light blue cloak hangs on his shoulders. The apostle stands barefoot on the stone floor. He has an oval face, an aquiline nose, a high forehead, long curly brown hair with receding hairline, and a long beard. His confident gaze is directed forward, over the heads of the king and the consul. The right hand is raised with the palm forward, in a solemn gesture. There are more people in the darkness of the hall. Behind the proconsul's chair, there are Roman soldiers in helmets, with shields and spears. There are Jewish priests standing behind Berenice's chair. One of them, an old man, frowns at Paul. The other whispers something to a Roman standing next to him. Behind Paul, there is a townsman with a thin, haggard face sitting next to a mulatto with a white headband. There are also guards standing there and a secretary who takes notes. Vasily Surikov was a Russian historical painter. In April 1875, he participated in a competition for the Great Gold Medal of the Academy of Arts with this painting. His work impressed his teachers.